indie
Cancel this,
VTubing.
cancel that. Michi, no one cares enough to have beef with you, let alone put in enough effort to hate others over your spineless torso, empty brain balls.
That's it.
Smile.
You know what? First of all, thumbs. First of all, yeah. Hold on. Asking my manager to form a tweet longer for me. Oh, I'll sound so bad, okay? The reason I'm a VTuber is because I think a lot of people, and it's not just me, I've seen a lot of people say this. Like, why do you choose to be a VTuber? It's because I'm a man. It's actually because I'm a 40-year-old man, and being a VTuber allows me to be a cute anime girl. Period. That's true. Nice. Yeah, chat. What the fuck up, May? Shut your mouth. No, but I'm a VTuber because I just am very camera aware. Like, I'm not camera shy. I'm camera anxious, bro. Like, I don't like cameras and I don't like cameras. That's kind of it. Also, it's really nice because you don't have to like put makeup when you feel like you're not having a good day today. But that's my reason, right? And a lot of people have said the same. Where it's like camera, like they don't want to show themselves or blah.
Even better.
I am that guy. I am him. Yeah, everyone has that reason, you know? So because of that, in my head, if you become VTuber, equal, you are shy. Equal, you are pacifist. That's how I thought. Because that's how my brain works. It's like, I am VTuber because I am shy. And because I am shy, I am pacifist. So I think everyone has the same. But no, that's not true. Some people, like, I know some people would call it like opinionated or whatever, or like problematic. I personally just like the word like, some people everyone has different vibes, and I think that's good. If everyone in the world is like me, the world will be a very boring place. Okay, and whether you like it or not, chat, controversy sells. Like, drama works. Controversy works. If I were like, it's really hard to find someone that really grew from non-problematic things. Let's be real with you. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I just mean this in a more like, maybe I am close-minded or maybe this is the world I see. But from everyone that I've seen that has like blown up or they became more like relevant or something, it's usually because they were part of like some sort of drama or some sort of controversy and then they blew up from it. And that's fine. But it does, for people like me, it makes me very like scared. Not in a bad way, but in like a aware. You know, like I'm like, oh man, it's scary because I don't know when they're gonna explode. You know? Like, all my friends are like me. Like, the only friend that I have that is not like me is probably Kuro? Like, Kuro is my one and only friend that is like, he says what he feels. Oh, he says what he feels. And I will say, he does have a shit word choices, but he says it. Like, when he doesn't like something, he says it like straightforward. He's like, nah, chat, I hate that, period. He doesn't elaborate. He doesn't like say nothing. Just like, I hate that. Dot. Well, you see people like me where I'm like, oh, I don't quite like it because blank, blank, blank. However, I understand where you're coming from. And I do see that it's not something really bad. You know, it's just a me thing. It's just a me thing. So no stress, right? So like, I'll respect you. You respect me? Question mark. Like, I go on a fucking tangent about it. Kuro's just like, nah, I don't like it. Why? I don't know. I just think it's cringe. Dot. Like, I feel like he's the only friend I have that's like that. Everyone else that I have, and Quinn. I will say this about Kuro and Quinn. Those two, like, Quinn without Kuro is not like that. Bro, I will dox. Oh my god, I will expose Quinn right now, okay? Quinn is only like that if Kuro's there. If it's with me, Quinn is very, like, gentle with his words. Very, very gentle. If it's just me, because I have talked to just Quinn, like, one-on-one, he is very, very gentle, and he picks his words very well. Like, if I were to be like, hey, Quinn, I need you to be honest with me about something, like, what do you think? And he disagrees, he's gonna be like, hey, Michi, I see it. I see the vision, blah, 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 blah. It's amazing. I like it. However, you know, if I were you, I might just do this, or I might change that. I might also do this. TLDR, he'd change everything. But he doesn't tell me that. He's just like, it's great. But if I were you, though, I might just, like, change just a little bit of the first minute, maybe a little bit of the second minute. I'll change this part of the third minute. I know it's a 3-minute video, but that's the only things I'll change. Like, he's very, like, gentle. And Kuro, he's he gives me a heads up. Like, I see this as a very big improvement. in a way. I wouldn't say Kuro is gentle or brash. He just gives me a heads up. He'd be like, all right, Michi, you want me to be honest? Or do you want me to be like, you know, brutally honest? It's like, how honest do you want me to be? And if I'm like, can you be gentle about it? Then he's gonna be like, okay, I'll try. But if I'm like, okay, give me your honesty. And he's like, honest? You want me to be honest? And I'm like, yeah, honesty, Kuro, honesty. He's like, you suck. He doesn't say that. He's like, okay, well, in hindsight, right? Things can be better. Things can definitely be better. Yeah, let me edit it for you. And then he'd take it, and then he gives me a brand new thing. So, but when Quinn and Kuro is together, bro, I swear to God, both of them like fucking boost each other's like forwardness. Like, I don't know what happens, but Quinn just becomes like, fuck you, fuck this, and Kuro's like, haha, yeah. Both of them in the same room is like scarier. But one-on-one, they're pretty okay. But most of my friends are genuinely very like non-opinionated and they don't really have anything. Like they'll be like, okay guys, I have a controversial take. What's your controversial take? I think peanuts aren't actually that good. I'm so sorry. Like maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't had the right peanut. I don't know. That's my friend. So you can tell why. I feel like the British thing, since C-Dog, VA, Abra, and Japan, Kuro are brutally direct. That's what they all tell me. It's like, oh my god, maybe it's a British thing. I don't know. Like, and just punch in the air. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not very opinionated, I think. But I'll be honest with you, chat. I sometimes do stay away from people that have a tendency to be too brutal. Like, brutally direct. You know? And no shame on them. Like, I don't think they're bad people. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't hate them. I don't think they're bad people or anything, but in my head, and I know this is bad, like, I guess it's because of my personality. Sometimes when people can be too, like, open or... like, when people are too comfortable, especially in public, right? Saying too much things, I get a bit nervous. You know? I generally think it's because, like, I've seen people throw their friends under the bus a bit too much online. And I don't hate it, but I don't quite feel very comfortable with it. Like, it does make me feel very scared. You know, sometimes when I make VTuber friends, I get very cautious because I'm not saying everyone can do this, but you don't know who might do it, right? Like, you don't know who might just, like, one day switch on you and then throw you under the bus publicly. And it's really awkward. Like, it's really complicated. The fucking, like, the politics of Twitter is just a confusing thing to work around. Yeah, some people just use I'm just direct argument to be rude. That's the thing. Like, there are people that are, I will say, they're just direct and they are willing to change. But there are people that just use that as an excuse. I will agree. Like, sometimes, you know, some people are too comfortable online nowadays to throw their friends under the bus for, like, a spray of clout. And I'm not attacking anyone specifically, okay? I wish I was, but I'm not. So many people have done that, and I've seen so many people do that, to the point that sometimes I'm a bit scared. Like, oh my god, the sun just said terrifying. But sometimes I do have a problem, like, making more friends nowadays than I have in the past. I think long time ago, I make friends easier. But nowadays, I'm very, like, more critical, I guess, with who I trust. Like with May, for example, at first, I was very, like, you know, I was nice. I'm always gonna be nice to everyone. Like, I'll always give them a chance. But if I would be like, oh my god, chat, the moment I saw May, I trusted May. Instantly. Fuck no. I was very, very, like, cautious. I didn't DM May. I didn't talk to May outside of, like, Minecraft. I was like, okay, I don't know who you are yet, you know? But then over time, as I talked and, you know, I find out who they are and how they think off stream, I realized, like, oh, May's a good person and I trust May. It takes time. Right? It's just like, long time ago, I feel like I would have been like, oh, you're so friendly because of this one game. You're my friend now. Like, I trust you instantly. Nowadays, I take quite a good amount of time to, like, be more careful. Because something that, like, is worse, when you are a public figure, if someone were to say something about you, right? It's hard for you to defend yourself because at that point, some people will never change their mind. Like, it will always be there. If someone one day were to be like, oh my god, Michi's a horrible person because of this, I'm like, that never happened. And I defend myself. And it's true, it never happened. Some people don't care. Some people will just be like, no, you are a bad person, period. Sometimes me responding is not a good idea. Sometimes responding is not a good idea. You just don't know. It's really hard. And aside from that, it really hurts to kind of get thrown under the bus by someone you thought you could trust, especially publicly. Like, I know people nowadays are like, public beef, bah, ha, 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 ha. But that shit does things to the brain, man. Like, that is so scary. Because then you realize, like, who can you really trust? Especially when it's like, I don't know, when everyone is chiming in and everyone has their own opinions to it. And it's just like, it's like betrayal, exactly. And it does give you, like, trust issues. So, because of all that, I have a tendency to kind of avoid people that, in my eyes, they might not even be like this. Just like, I'm just scared that you're kind of a loose cannon. Cannon. Sorry. You're like a loose cannon, right? Like, even if you are justified for doing the things you do, sometimes I just feel like, man, you can keep that to yourself. Like, you don't have to say these things. You don't have to, like, do these things. You can, and it is justified if you did. I get that. But you don't have to. It kind of scares me because, like, what if one day, like, I trust you with my problems and then I tell you my honest feelings, but all you hear is content? You know, like, I complain about a fuck ton of things, right? I complain about my problems. I talk about my issues, but those are my issues. And I choose to say that out loud. But if I were to confide with someone, like, off stream about something super private, if I think it's super private, and then they are like, I can say that out loud, you know? Like, I will defend you by doing this and saying it publicly. That's not defending. That's like something that I don't want ever to be said or ever to be known in public. And that's kind of scary. So I will say there are some people that I don't hate. It's just I'm a bit wary. Just a bit wary. You know, until I'm like, oh, I'm sure that you're not gonna, like, you know, use my trauma for content. My trauma, my content! How dare you use my trauma? I'm kidding. How dare! God, what am I supposed to talk on my free chatting streams now? My drama, my AdSense. Yeah! But yeah, now, that's the darker side of social media. Like, when you're part of the content creator group, not everyone will vibe with you. And sometimes people don't like that. Like, something that people like to think about online is everyone's friend with everyone. You know, if you're a VTuber, you must be friends with every other VTuber. That's not always true. I wouldn't say someone is bad, someone is good. I think no one is bad. But I don't think everyone is my cup of tea. And that's fine, as I'm not dissing nobody. So, yeah, in my chat, we don't diss other people too much, you know? We diss them in a reasonable way. That's understandable. Today, friends can be tomorrow's enemies. Right? And isn't that so scary? Like, you don't know who's who. Like, you don't know if someone's nice or not. Zen is evil! Here's one thing that I really like about Zen, though. I think Zen is really, really good at, like, keeping everything categorized, you know? Like, I know Zen is a troll and all, but I trust Zen a lot. I feel like Zen is really good at remembering what is said online and what is not. And Zen is very careful. So everyone in Vshojo kind of has that mentality where everyone is very, very, like, careful with what they say. And I feel very comfortable because of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no one is out here being like, I'ma give you my for real political take, okay? Like, everyone's just like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do today? Ha ha ha. 12 hours Minecraft. Ha 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 ha. People in Vshojo are all veterans. Yeah, they're so experienced. And because of that, sometimes I feel so scared. I am probably, and I will be so honest, I am the least experienced, I think, in Vshojo. I'm pretty sure I am the least experienced compared to everyone. Everyone has, like, every time I talk to them, they're like, yeah, I've been streaming for 7 years, for 12 years. I've been streaming for, like, 26 years now. And I'm like, oh, shit. It's been a month for me. And I'm gonna be real with you, right? I know some people are like, haha, yeah. You know, we all know Michi, aware emotes. I wouldn't call that experience because I experienced nothing. So I'm the least experienced out of everyone in Vshojo.